Good morning, I'm Maddie Jansen, and this is the podcast of 17 News at Sunrise. It's everything you need to know to start your day in about 15 minutes.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Sunrise.
The sports world reeling and the rest of the world joining in, remembering Lakers legend Kobe Bryant, one of 9 killed in a horrific helicopter crash yesterday.
And local coaches, community members, and politicians talk about the impact Kobe had on and off the court, his legacy transcending basketball.
Plus, in our nation's capital, the president's defense ramps up. Could the impeachment trial wrap this week? We'll have a look at what's ahead. This is Monday, January 27th, 2020. Good morning. Taking you outside this morning, also taking a look at the fog on Highway 99 and Airport Drive. There was a lot of fog heading in east of town as well, but apparently it's patchy because, Alex, you said you didn't see any west of town.
No, it wasn't until you really got into downtown Bakersfield, at least that was about an hour ago. Let's take you outside to the intersection of Rosedale at Mohawk, and as you can see, fog starting to form there, as well as those temperatures continue to drop. And let's take a look at your forecast right now, because we are starting to see some of that fog form into the Bakersfield area. If you take a look at the visibility index right now here in Bakersfield, you can see we're at 0 miles per hour, or 0 miles, I should say. That is from Meadows Field Airport. And you can see that it's really dense. If you look closely, it's really dense in the downtown area and up into the Oildale area. So, and it's starting to expand a little bit out into the 5 and down to the 99. So keep that in mind, that as we go about this morning, we could see visibility continue to drop. Currently, right now in Bakersfield, it is 44 degrees outside with humidity at 96%. And here's what you can expect over the next several hours. We're going to warm things up into the mid-60s later today. But again, that fog is going to hang on throughout the morning. And into Tehachapi, it looks like we've got a little bit of an issue with our computer there, but we're going to be warming things up into the high 50s. And again, patchy fog expected throughout the morning. We will have a look at your forecast with Kevin Charette coming up in just a few minutes, but first a look at traffic with Maddie.
All right, and taking a look outside. Again, the fog east of town on the east side is very dense, so just beware of that and maybe give yourself some extra time driving in this morning if you're in that area. No school delays, though, yet to mention. We will keep an eye on those and let you know if any pop up. And on the CHP page, it appears that things are moving smoothly so far, giving you a look at the traffic on Highway 99 near White Lane. And we'll have another check of your commute coming up in 15 minutes.
Your time now is 5:02, and fans around the world are still in disbelief. Basketball legend Kobe Bryant and his 13-year-old daughter killed when his helicopter crashed in Southern California.
The crash happened in Calabasas, north of Malibu. That's about 2 hours south of Bakersfield.
Overnight, fans gathered outside Staples Center to remember the legend. Here's a look at the crowds late last night from the Staples Center. NBC's Jennifer Bjorklund has more from Los Angeles.
A surreal scene for fans outside Staples Center.
Kobe is so great, and I'm just waiting for someone to tell me this isn't real.
But there was this, smoking wreckage on a hillside en route to the Mamba Sports Academy, where the group, including Bryant and his 13-year-old daughter Gianna, were headed.
I heard some noise, actually helicopter noise. It was very low flying.
The Sikorsky S-76 was flying in foggy conditions coming from Bryant's home, waiting for clearance from the Burbank Tower, then making a U-turn before descending and disappearing from radar.
We do know there was an issue of visibility and a low ceiling. The actual conditions at the time of impact, that is still yet to be determined.
Tributes for the 5-time NBA champion, from New York's Madison Square Garden to his own Southern California neighborhood. And old rivalries erased. NBA Hall of Famer Shaquille O'Neal calling Kobe his brother. A superstar who did so much in 41 years, and to his fans and surviving family, seemed invincible. Jennifer Bjorklund, NBC News, Los Angeles.
And new this morning, we're learning who else was on that helicopter with Kobe Bryant when it crashed. The head baseball coach for Orange Coast College also died Sunday. John Altobelli was on the helicopter with his wife, Carrie, and their daughter, Alyssa. They were all killed. Alyssa Altobelli was teammates with Kobe Bryant's daughter, Gianna, who also died in the crash. John Altobelli worked at Orange Coast College for 27 years. He had more than 700 wins in his career and 4 state championships. The families were headed to a basketball game when their helicopter crashed.
And we have continuing coverage of the loss of basketball's best. 17 Sailor Shop joins us in studio with local reaction from devastated fans here in the Golden Empire, hitting a lot of people close at home.
Yeah, guys, every so often there's a moment where it feels like time stops, and we ask those closest, where were you when you heard the news? For sports fans in Bakersfield of all ages, yesterday was one of those moments. Kobe Bryant, his daughter Gigi, and 7 others taken from this world too soon. But how will we remember this icon for the ages? As a 5-time champion, yes. A 2-time gold medalist, sure. Even an Oscar winner somehow. But, guys, fans in L.A. and Bakersfield and, frankly, around the globe aren't just mourning the loss of an NBA great. They're paying their respect to a man that transcended sports and made us all feel that mentality that he created and pushed for greatness. Here's a look at how our community remembered number 24 and number 8.
His career was just the world to me. I would watch it. I work in the oil field, and I just watch it on my downtime. And I would watch his daughter play all the time on TV. It was crazy.
Technically, yeah, we're not in LA. The Lakers aren't from Bakersfield, but they always made an effort to be in Bakersfield in the preseason and to give our fans a live look at him.
Into this. Well, local leaders are reacting to this sudden loss online as well. Yesterday, Congressman Kevin McCarthy saying, quote, "So sad, you will be missed, but you will be remembered. Kobe went out on his way to spend time with us after a game that didn't end well. We appreciated your kindness." And it's a tough day for sports fans across Kern County right now. This is someone that kids idolized for the last 20 years. You have now parents that grew up Kobe fans, introduced him, showed their kids, highlights of him on YouTube, and it's cross-generational.
I don't think you had to be a Lakers fan to appreciate his work. I don't think you had to know much about sports to appreciate the man that he was, and I think we're starting to see that now after his sudden and shocking passing, everyone coming together and thinking about him.
Yeah, he really transcended the sports world.
Yes, he did.
All right, Taylor, thank you so much.
And let's take a look at some road closures that are coming your way that could impact your morning commute. Starting today, Gosford Road from Panama Lane to Mccutchin Road will be closed. This closure is because of a construction project. Just keep in mind that this could result in traffic delays, so if you normally drive through this area, then you might want to take a different route if you can. It is expected to be that way and it will open again on Tuesday. Stein Road will be closed at Stockdale Highway today. This closure will impact Stein Road on the south side of Stockdale. Tomorrow, Stein Road on the north side of Stockdale will be closed. That closure will affect southbound traffic between Ford Avenue and Stockdale Highway, so just plan on detours and expect some delays.
All right, it's 5:08 now, and this morning, Lakers fans across the state are in shock after the death of Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, and when we come back, 17's Nick James has more local reaction to the NBA's legend's death. Welcome back. People around the state and the country are mourning the loss of NBA legend Kobe Bryant.
17's sports director Nick James has more local reaction from devastated fans across the Golden Empire.
Good morning from here in the Golden Empire, affectionately known as the Black Mamba. Kobe Bryant was one of the greatest players to ever play the game and don the purple and gold for the Lakers for 20 years. I caught up with coaches and fans who are mourning the loss of a legend.
Bryant on his way! It's a one-point game!
He didn't have local ties, but he did. Like, at that point, the Lakers were coming to play in Bakersfield in the preseason every year. And so people would go watch them play. Obviously, being an hour-and-a-half drive away, people would go watch the games there. I mean, growing up in Bakersfield, being here since 1990, Lakers are the team here. And so, I mean, a countless number of people started playing the game, wore number 24, wore number 8, just because of Kobe, because of all that he meant to the people in this community.
CSUB head men's basketball coach Rod Barnes reflects on what Kobe meant to him and the game of basketball.
My heart goes out to his wife because, to experience some of your husband and your child in such a tragic kind of way has to be devastating.
For us Lakers fans, for 20 years, no matter else what was going on in your life, we could rely on him. Like, when we couldn't rely on anything else, we could still rely on him to give us everything he got.
His career was just the world to me. I would watch it. I work in the oil field, and I just watch it on my downtime. And I would watch his daughter play all the time on TV. It was crazy.
Kobe's a legend. We're Bakersfield. We're an hour away.
From the mall to Potomac Park, some young men shooting hoops, reflecting on Kobe Bryant.
He's the reason I started watching basketball. I was a fan when they weren't really any good, right? When it was lottery for like 6-7 years in a row, and he was really the only bright spot on the team. We all stopped playing for like a cool 10-15 minutes and just like reflected on everything, started talking about it. Yeah, it was really emotional.
It's really sad for what happened. Speechless.
It's a sad day, man. It really is a sad day for all Laker fans. Legends never die, and he's going to be a legend. He'll always be remembered as the greatest basketball player of all time.
Kobe Bryant is survived by his wife Vanessa and his 3 daughters. Kobe Bryant was just 41 years old.
And that was Sports Director Nick James reporting.
All right, well, still to come this morning on Sunrise, the death toll from the coronavirus continues to rise.
Everything you need to know when we come back. We're back at 524. She has a passion for running.
And this McFarland runner is winning big. Nancy Preciado from our sister station Telemundo has more.
Oh, yes, I'm proud of her. That's one thing that I noticed when she was small, that she loved running. Because one time she did something and I wanted to ground her. I told her, I'm not going to take you to practice for running. She cried, and right away she went in and she did whatever she had to do. So I noticed that she loved running.
All the way, Hilda!
Come on, finish strong! Since I was small, I was in ballet at first, but my dad noticed I was a good runner, so they put me in running, and ever since I've liked it.
She's a natural-born runner from the city of McFarland. Her track coach, Ayon, calls her a deadly assassin due to the fact that her shyness and quietness do not reflect the hunger she has to win every time she competes.
In the past, I've said it before, like in different, for the newspapers when they ask about her, I said she's kind of one of those, like a deadly assassin type. She's just, no words, she just gets out there and very ferocious when she competes.
Since 2017, Hilda has been making a name for herself here locally.
Push, use it. Push. Go for it, Hilda. You can do it. Go.
Winning 3 times consecutively the Kern County title in Hart Park, beating out all of the girls in her section.
She likes to compete. She likes to compete and try to get first place.
This great achievement crowned her the B Varsity All-Area Girls Cross Country Runner of the Year, continuing the Cougars' great legacy in this sport.
The competition side, when you see your athletes succeed, it's you feel good. Because you're every day you practice, you're telling them this is why we practice. And eventually the results will come. And when you see them succeed, it makes you feel happy about them, and you feel good for them.
Let's go. Come on, Hilda. Keep pushing.
Since this is her junior year, her goal for next year is to continue her winning streak, but of course with a better PR, personal record.
I started off good my freshman year, but they started going down each year. But I'm trying to pick it up. So my senior year, I wanted to be my best year.
Meanwhile, her long-term goal would be to attend Oregon State University and be part of the cross-country team for the Ducks. For 17 News, Nancy Preciado.
Sprint. She's too close. Come on.
Well, do you call yourself a Disney fan? Well, you would have loved the first ever MouseCon in Bakersfield this weekend. MouseCon Bakersfield was held at the Kern County Fairgrounds Sunday afternoon. From Mickey to your favorite Disney princesses, the gang was all there. Our first ever MouseCon also welcomed a few special guests, including Mary Gibbs, who you might know by hearing the adorable voice of Boo in Monsters, Inc.
It's just a fun day. I mean, the panels will start soon. We've got great panels on the 50th anniversary of Haunted Mansion. We got little Janie Banks from the original Mary Poppins doing a Q&A. We have storyboard artists and background painters doing them together, talking about the behind-the-scenes stuff. I mean, it's all the world of Disney.
The Disney-inspired event was held from 10 to 5 Sunday afternoon. I'm sure it was packed.
I'm sure it was a lot of fun, too.